The man started spewing saliva like crazy after getting off the plane, his body resembling a high-pressure water gun. Even more bizarre was the plane he had been on. What should have been a 3-hour flight ended up lasting a whole 5 years in the air. However, what was even more extraordinary was that none of the passengers on board noticed anything unusual, all believing it to be just a regular 3-hour flight. When the captain contacted the control tower to request landing clearance, the ground staff were all stunned to hear it was Flight 828. Only after repeated confirmation with the captain did the tower grant permission to land. As the passengers disembarked, they were greeted not by their families, but by a large number of police officers and reporters. Seeing this scene, the passengers became panicked and started discussing what could have possibly happened. At this point, a detective stepped forward and announced that they had been flying for 5 years. His words left everyone in disbelief, looking at each other in bewilderment because for them, it seemed like only 3 hours had passed. To uncover the reason behind this, the police detained the plane and all crew members, questioning the passengers one by one. However, the answers they received were all consistent. Nothing out of the ordinary had happened on the plane, except for encountering strong turbulence at one point, which caused the cabin to go dark and the aircraft to shake violently. But everything quickly returned to normal. The police even inspected all the items on the plane, but still found nothing. Left with no choice, the officers had to allow the passengers to reunite with their anxiously waiting families. While only 3 hours had passed for those on the plane, their loved ones had waited a full 5 years. During this time, many things and people had changed. A 7-year-old daughter had grown up. Michaela saw her boyfriend again and only realized he had married her best friend when she noticed the ring on his finger. All these changes left her at a loss. The only good news was that her nephew's leukemia, which originally had only 6 months left to live, now had new treatment options available after 5 years of medical advancements, and there was a chance he could be cured. Meanwhile, the investigation team was still examining the mysterious plane, trying to figure out how it could have flown for 5 years while the passengers remained unchanged. However, ever since getting off the plane, Michaela kept hearing a strange voice in her head. One day, as she was jogging past a yard, the voice in her mind spoke again, telling her to release them. But Michaela merely glanced at the dog in the yard, paid no attention, and continued running. That night, as Michaela fell asleep, the voice in her head appeared once more.